of challenges because your eye have been occupied with passion. You are consumed with passion that you no longer have space in your heart for anything called difficulty or challenges. Challenges are the toothpicks of champions. Challenges. See, what we call challenge as champions is what ordinary people call problem. So passion does not make you see it as problem. Passion reduces problem to challenge. Challenge is something that is surmountable. Problem is probably insurmountable. So the champion reduces problem to challenges so he can walk over it. Everybody saw Goliath in 1 Samuel chapter 17 as a problem. David came and saw him as a challenge. That's a problem. Listen to me. Let me help you adjust your sight. Anytime you see opposition as problem, you close your mind from possible solutions. When you see it as challenge, something in your mind tells you this is a challenge. This is something that is workable. This is something you can provide solution to. So you need to adjust your sight. I give you an example. Somebody took a loan from the bank, was supposed to pay back in 6 months, and has paid for 4 months, conveniently. And now, business went south, and he's been threatened with police. We're going to pick you up. We're going to embarrass you. We're going to lock you up. And this person became scared. When this person met me, I said, who told you they arrest people for non-payment of loan? They don't. I said, walk into the bank and renegotiate. See, guys, I paid for 4 months, and business has gone south. So I'm here to renegotiate the balance. You either ask for more time, which may come with more interest, or they break down the payment. You have 2 months, and they are banks, they are people. That's why they are there. And I said, if the arrest you is better. Oh, yes. No sane businessman will arrest you for owing him and take you to court. No man does that. You know why? If you arrest me and take me to court for owing you, you have helped me. Because when we get to court, they will ask me, are you owing him? Yes, I'm owing him. Did you default in payment? Yes, sir. The court will ask you why. My business went south. These are the evidences. Okay. So, how do you want to pay? Yes, I will pay. How? Can you give me 4 years? 4 years? They say yes. Why 4 years? Your Honor, oh my Lord, with the present state of things, it will take me 4 years to pay this 20,000. I can be paying 50 naira. The judge will say, okay, bam, 4 years. Something else supposed to pay in 2 days. Bam, 4 years. So, no sane businessman will arrest you for owing. They will prefer you negotiate with them. So, this person heard police and started running. He was no longer picking calls because he saw it as a problem. But when he came to me and I reduced it to challenge, and this is a challenge, how do I go about it? I told him tomorrow morning, wear your suit, walk into that bank. Don't wait for anybody to call you. Go there. Everything, you just turn everything to prayer. You think God will hear that prayer? Lord, let them forget that I'm owing them. God will never answer that prayer. Lord, touch their heart so that they will forgive the debt, they will write it off. Bank is an institution. It runs on structures and system, automated. And you praying that God should make somebody write off your debt. Have you written anybody's debt before? You know, he said, I've said in this church many times, prayer is overrated. Pastors have attacked me for saying that. Prayer is overrated. We just misbehave and think prayer will cover our misbehaviors. No, sir. You talk to your husband anyhow. You ride your husband. You take the front position. You bring down his ego. Then you turn around and pray. Asking for peace in your home. If God give you that peace, we will arrest him. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't submit to your husband. You don't obey him. He talks one, you talk five. You are the leader in your home. Now, the home is all messed up. Now you are praying for peace. You go against God's law and turn around to pray for peace. You go against financial laws. You turn around and ask for prosperity. And because you have prayed, prosperity should come because you prayed. You go about disrespecting people. And you don't know that your disrespect for others costs you your helpers. Arrogant people don't know. Arrogant people don't find help. Never. Because helpers are humans. And you disrespect humans and expect your helper that is a human. He doesn't need to know you are disrespectful. Nature programs him not to find you. And when they come, your arrogance, your disrespect, your despise for people make you just show who you truly are to them. And most times your helpers don't come in the package of a helper. How on earth will Rebecca wake up in the morning and ever believe that this stranger he will meet today is the one that will enthrone her? She doesn't know. Like other ladies and maidens, they didn't know. So when we tell you to come down from your high horse, we are just saying it for your own sake. 90% of the time, I let my rights go. I have apologized in places where I shouldn't apologize. I have shown to be weak in places before people I should prove I'm strong. I have portrayed the image of foolishness, portrayed the image of stupidity in the pursuit of peace. If me suing for peace make you feel you are better and stronger than me, let that be your accolade. But truly, it takes strength to think and behave that way. Passion is a burning desire, a strong affection, and a compelling devotion to a vision or pursuit. So, sir, if what you are doing, you don't have a burning desire for it, you never succeed. I don't care how much prayer you invest in it. There's no burning desire. There's no strong affection for what you are doing. Do you know how many years here I was pastoring people on a Wednesday? For 2-3 years, I was pastoring 3-4 people here with this same intensity. What kept me going when I was not seeing people was my burning desire. Without microphone, I'll be shouting. When my parents call, or I call them, they say, why is your voice break? I say, you understand. Today, on Wednesday service, you see the place filled up. It was not always so. But my burning desire, my compelling devotion, my strong affection for my pursuit kept me going. I knew that one day people will show up. There were a few days. It would just be my wife, me, and 1 or 2 persons. And people passing will be saying, who is this smart pastor? Sometimes they'll just peep. They will stand at that door looking like as if they are not. I know they are looking. It's passion. See? Passion will make you go even when all the resources you needed are not available. Passion becomes your resource. Riding on it. That's the only thing that occupies your mind. You are thinking, that's what you're thinking on. You're meditating. That's what you're meditating on. Your relationships are when your relationships are selected based on passion, you will go far. Many of you just relate senselessly. No sense. You just relate because the relationship, they feed your flesh. You lack passion. Places you go to, things you do. You are not ready to die for your vision. Who do you think will die for it? Before you see believers die for Jesus, Jesus has died for them. Jesus first died. So I love you because you love me first. He laid his life down. In the book of John, he said, if I am your friend. He said, I laid down my life. He said, greater love has no man than this, that a man should lay down his life for his friends. He was saying it to the 12 disciples. So when it was time, they to lay down their lives for him. Peter said, no, don't crucify me like my master. Turn me upside down. You want people to die for a vision? A vision you're not willing to die for? Oh, your money is not good enough for your vision, but you want people to put their money, invest their money into your vision. How is that possible? Before people could die for Jesus, he died for his vision. They died for his vision because they saw that he died for his vision. For the joy that was set before him. He endured the cross. That's passion. They saw the way he was going about in the temple. They say, "Aye, the zeal of the Lord has consumed him." That's passion. They saw his passion. He was hungry. They went to look for food. Before they came, he was doing evangelism. Food is here. He said, no. There's work to be done. They started talking. That's John chapter 4. Has somebody brought food for him? He said, no, my meat is to do the work of him that has sent me. That's passion. You can't be passionate, people who see it. Even your children know that this business you are doing, your mind is not in it. Your mind is not in it. You wake up when you want to wake up. You're always playing game, whether online or offline. You watch movies, you watch football. I'm sorry, I'm ruffling tables this morning. The football you are watching, what contribution does that have to your destiny? I love movies. I love movies. And I watch movies because it's part of my vision. I don't watch football. I have nothing to do with it. When I was in secondary school, I was playing basketball. I knew all the basketball stars. Now, I don't play basketball. I can't even play basketball with this big pot belly that looks like basketball. No business with it. I don't listen to all preachers. Not because they are wrong. I listen to preachers who are doing similar things with me. You may not like them. That's not my business. The number one preacher I listen to outside my father in the Lord is Bishop Teddy Jakes. Bishop Teddy Jakes and our ministry is so similar even than my father in the Lord. It's true. I didn't even know somebody like that existed. Until somebody told me, said, you preach like Bishop T.D. Jakes. I said, I've not heard that name before. That was many years ago. There was not even Google to you to go and Google like today. You Google, and a few months later, I was in the bookshop. I was not thinking. I just saw one of his books. Okay. That name, where did I hear that name? That name sounds familiar. I'll pick it. Then those days it was VHS. So I started looking for his tapes. I bought some. Oh, wow. This guy is good. I started taking interest in his life. And discovered that we have similar stories from when he was a child, how he was as a young boy was leading choir with adults. I said, wow. Me too, I was a young boy leading choir, adults. And I saw that this guy studied psychology. This guy studied psychology, and I was 200 level in psychology department. Wow. I said his message on marriage and all of that. I saw that our philosophies, our values are almost the same. He's a pastor that believes in business. I'm a pastor that believes in business. He's a pastor that believes in politics. I'm a pastor that believes in politics. He's a pastor that believes in entertainment and invested in it. Whoa! And also, if you look at my life and look at his life, he says, so that's my number one. Number one. I don't care what anybody says about him. There are fine preachers I don't listen to. I don't desire to listen to. I will never listen to. When I was a music director, there were only 2 gospel artists I listened to. If I do songs with my choir, only their songs. Alvin Slaughter, Ronkenodi. I sound like them. I have the stage charisma of Alvin Slaughter, and I have the voice of Ronkenodi, and I love his songs. So I combine the 2 of them. You will never catch me with Buffett. Don't mind. Live your life intentionally. You don't fall for everything. Don't fall for everything. Everybody cannot be my friend. I used to say this. Every pastor is my colleague, but not all pastors are my friends. Even the ones that are my friends, I place them in categories. I have my A-list friends, B-list friends, and I stop at C. Even sons in ministry who submit to me, I have A, B, C. Family relationship, I have A, B, C, including my siblings. I love all of them, but they're not in the same category. What are you talking about? You just fall for everything and anything. I am not looking for men's approval. So I live life on my terms. I don't need you to approve me. So I'm not going to live my life in such a way that I am not an ice cream seller. If you don't like me, that's your business. I do me. When I preach, I shout. If you don't like it, go to a church where the pastor doesn't shout. And you're not doing anything wrong by that. I sweat a lot. If my sweat is a problem to you like it is to my wife, then go and look for a pastor that doesn't sweat. Or better see, buy me AC, I won't sweat. I've cleaned it. I used to say my wife's greatest enemy in my life is my sweat. If my sweat should be a human being, the first person my sweat will beat is my wife. Clean your face. Every time. I can hear that 200 times a day. Clean your face. Okay. The back of your neck. Your ear clean with sweat there. Last week I said, babe, what is the problem you have? He said, no, I feel you're uncomfortable. I said, I'm not uncomfortable. It's my sweat. Leave it. It's my sweat. I love my sweat. I love me some sweat. Leave it. And we both laugh. See, the reason why you want to please everybody is because you have lost you. You have lost you. So you can't stand criticism and critiquing. Criticism is negative. Critiquing is positive. You can't even stand both of them. People criticize you. Your morale is down. People critique you. Your morale is down. Because you have lost you. And when you lost you cannot pursue your dream as you ought to. You want to please everybody. Let's see the power of passion. Number 1. Passion commits you to a life of intense engagement. Passion commits you to a life of intense engagement. Have you not seen people who handle their business or handle their affairs anyhow? They are not fully committed to what they are doing. They do it haphazardly. See, look at me. 2 of my youngsters, for the first time since they've been in my space, I shouted at them on Monday. They didn't believe their eyes. When they saw the fire in my eyes, they didn't believe I have the capacity to shout like that. See, because before I gave instruction, I already have a picture in my head. That's what makes me a leader. Before I came out here, I have lived this service before I came in. I live every event, L-I-V-E, I live it. I experience it before I enter. So if anything is altered from my experience, the pre-event experience, it upset me. So when you're working with me, you work based on instruction and initiative. You win my heart. Before I came, I have arranged the pastors that are coming, this number of pastors, I'll give them this amount of money. These other pastors, I give them this amount of money. I call 2 of them. You take, you distribute this. You take, you distribute to this set of people. And then they left me and went and did something else. And because the instruction was not followed, they almost missed the reason why I gave the instruction. And I was that angry because I thought the person had left. Oh, God help them, the person was still around. If the person had left, it's better we laughed. Why? Why? See, I'm fully engaged in my vision. I am not my wife, I'm the number one person in my, we are one, no. But see, when you come to our vision, I come first. It's my vision that I brought you into. So I don't expect my wife to be more passionate about my vision than me. If my wife becomes more passionate than me, then something is wrong. If my pastors become more passionate than me in this church, something is wrong. Intense engagement. That's what passion does. And the only time David was not engaged in his vision, he messed up. Sir, because of my engagement, it took me time to learn the art of delegation. It took me time. Even when I delegate, my mind is still there. I have delegated, I'm still working behind the scene. Because I just want everything to go well. It took me time to know that people learn when they make mistakes on the job. And that's because I have grown as a leader. But before I go to the level where I could trust people with instructions, trust people with assignment, with tasks concerning the vision, I have raised them, I have poured into them, and I have supervised them to a level, and I can now relax. For instance, the last 3 years, I've enjoyed ministry because my pastors have been trained to handle the ministry whether I'm there or not. Everybody know what to do. But that does not mean I leave the work for them. I am fully involved. So sometimes when they make decisions, I can't type, no. Okay, this one is not okay. This one is good. Yeah, go ahead with this one. I'm still engaged. Passion, that's what it does for me. Are you still here? 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought a good fight. He fought. You are the visionary. Don't let other people fight in your vision without you being involved. You are the frontline general. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. You can only complete it, fulfill it, when by passion you engage in it. Woe to a pastor who gets to a level and retire to become a boss. People should be doing the work without supervision, without being engaged. You wake up one day to see that the minister has been turned upside down. I am the template for this commission. The only person in this commission that has the roadmap, one. Not my wife, not my pastors. If God should leave me to talk to my pastor, then there's a problem. There's a problem. There's a problem. Galatians 6:9. Commit you to a life of intense engagement. For if a man think him, verse 9. Let us not be weary in well-doing. Be engaged in it. That's why sometimes some pastors, see, let me tell you. I've had pastors give me beautiful, good suggestions. And I throw them away. That is good does not mean it aligns with what I'm saying. I know what it says to me. I know where we are going. You don't know where we are going. Nobody here knows where we are going. If you know where we are going, it's because I told you. Nobody. If you know, what you have is secondary information. Nobody here has the primary information of this ministry. That's why I take responsibility for everything that happened, both the success and the failure. So when a pastor misbehaves, that's my fault. When a leader in this church misbehaves, that's my fault. That's why I don't throw leaders and pastors under the bus. Success is for all of us. Failure is strictly mine. That's my philosophy. We have achieved something great. Oh, it's all of us, our contribution. Somebody in the team failed, I take responsibility for it. The event failed, I take responsibility. Let's not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. So passion commits you to a life of intense engagement. Number 2, passion leads you on the path of sacrifice. Excuse me, sir, you can't make sacrifices for your business, for your idea, for your pursuit. You can't. You don't have passion. Passion will drive you to give your life for it. 2 Kings chapter 3, verse 26 and verse 27. His vision to win the war made him sacrifice his posterity. The Bible said he sacrificed his son that was supposed to reign in his stead. When the king of Moab saw that the battle was too sore for him, the battle, he saw it as a challenge. And this challenge, rather it was a problem. And this problem was going to hinder his vision. So he turned the problem to a challenge. He took with him 700 men that drew swords to break through even unto the king of Edom, but they could not. His strategy failed. But because he was passionate, he didn't stop at that. He didn't say, okay, I give up. All right, you guys, you win. No, look at the next verse. Then he took his eldest son that should have reigned in his stead. The guy sacrificed his present and his future, and offered him for a burnt offering upon the wall. And there was great indignation against Israel. And they departed from him and returned to their own land. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Let me tell you. had all kinds of people come with beautiful ideas. Sir, this is the idea I have. It's my business. Sir, if you can just give me 200,000. Sir, you see, so let me tell you what I've discovered over time. And those of you here that God has blessed financially, I know the way members come to me, they come to you. No problem. Any member who come to you and ask for money for business, and you ask him, how much is the whole budget? He tells you it's 500,000. Ask him, how much do you have? See, I have discovered that when people do business on your money, they're not committed to it. You know why? If the business fails, they have nothing to lose. After all, it's not my money. Somebody give me money. And you remember this church? 40% of my message is give to people. Papa said we should give. How many if I want to take? They will come back. I know what I've discovered with people. You help them first time, second time, third time, and you are not in position to help them the fourth time. They will never remember the last 3 times you helped them. You have become suddenly wicked. Ask them, how much do you have? Okay, I need 500,000. I have 150,000. I have 200,000. Let me see, where is it? Sit. Because if his or her money is in the business, he or she will do everything to ensure that business succeeds. So in Ruth chapter 1, verse 15, put it on the screen. And she said, this is Naomi talking, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-law. Look at the next verse. Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go. That's a vision. That's a pursuit. Don't let me leave you. Where you go, I will go. That's a vision. What's your vision? What's your pursuit? What's your goal? What's your business? What's that idea that has been dominant in your mind? Now look at what she sacrificed. Where thou lodgest, I will lodge. She gave up her comfort. She sacrificed her comfort. You see, because where they were even going, she doesn't know how the house looks like. This woman had lost everything, but this woman was her vision. So she gave up her comfort. She sacrificed her comfort. You want people to sacrifice their comfort for your vision, and you want to live large? No, sir. Few years into this church, the elders and pastors, without my knowledge, gathered and said, our pastor does not have a house. It's not a good thing. They didn't tell me. And they taxed themselves then and came up with 250,000. And they gave it to me, which was enough for me to get that time 2 or even 3-bedroom flat. Please go and get a house. Then we will get it furnished for you. House of your choice. I appreciated them. I was a young pastor. Few months before then, my in-laws had said they will not allow me marry their daughter until she finishes her education. And then she was in 200 level. I sat with 250,000. I calculated my wife will finish in the next 3 years. She will serve NYC 1 year. That's 4 years. So even if we're going to get married, it will either be 4 years' time or 5 years' time. Since I'm willing to wait for her to finish school, what do I need a house for? I'm just a young pastor. And here am I preaching every Sunday, every Wednesday without instruments. No microphone. And my voice was breaking. Trust me when I tell you this was not the voice I used to sing with. So I took 250,000 and went to Alaba International on Monday. They gave me that money on Sunday. They raised that money almost 3 or 4 months. Went to Alaba International. Bought complete equipment. Drum, guitar, keyboard, speakers, microphone. The little change left, I paid instrumentalists to to come and play at least the first Sunday. Set up everything. Tuesday, Wednesday, everything was set. People came to church on Wednesday and they saw equipment everywhere. Service changed. Music changed. My message changed. They were excited. But my pastors couldn't wait to see where this testimony came from. What miracle had happened? So after service on Wednesday, they gathered and said, Papa, we love this service. How far to your house? I said, no, do you guys love the service? He said, absolutely. How do you see the equipment? He said, no, it's good. So somebody bought them for us, or somebody paid tithe or something. I said, no. I said, it's my sacrifice. Sacrifice? Yes. Oh, wow. So somebody gave you money? I said, yes. I said, the money you guys gave me on Sunday. No. You're mistaken. That money was for your house. I said, no, I don't need a house. I'm not getting married this week, next year, 2 years' time. We need equipment. Few of my pastors were excited. Few were angry. Doesn't matter to me. I'm the one doing the preaching on Sunday and Wednesday. Slept on the floor. 3 years. She gave up her comfort. He said, thy people shall be my people. She sacrificed relationships for a vision. And here you are. You have gathered witches and wizards on Facebook. You can't give them up for like and comments. Hello, fam. Hello, beautiful people. And you wonder why you have people chasing you in the dream. They are from your Facebook page. People in your circle have no value for you. No contribution to where you're going to, but you keep them. You need to see where some people are talking about, you see, we are childhood friends. We've been friends. I love him. Let me talk like that. I love her. She gave up her people for her vision. Her people. I told you among my siblings, I have category A, B, and C. My siblings. You, everybody, no, I'm the elder brother. I need to bring everybody. As I've categorized, I didn't bring all of them together. See, I have 6 siblings. If category A has a need and category B has a need at the same time, I don't share the money I have with them equally, for them equally. My priority is category A. If anything left, I give category. If nothing left, I'll tell you, go and sort it out next time. I'm not asking you to live that way. That's how I live. I have siblings in this church, 2, who are slaving for this ministry. Then you think I'll joke with them? Slaving. They've been slaving for this ministry. 2 of my siblings. I know they may be watching. Others are somewhere doing what they are doing. These 2 are my A list. They are in my list. They are A. If they cough, go catch me. The other ones, I can give them word of encouragement. Not these 2. Have wisdom, also have sense. Thy God, my God, she sacrificed what she knew for the new. She sacrificed what she knew for the new. She sacrificed her God for a greater God. You, what you know about life is what you carry, and you pride yourself in it. You carry archaic knowledge of life. You don't want to give room even for a new one. The world has moved on. You are still in 1983. You are in 1983 February. The world is in the world. Some people in the world are not in 2025. They are already in 2056. You are still stuck in 1983. What will you sacrifice? This lady went ahead to sacrifice her life. Where thou diest. Let me close with number 3. I may not explain it because of time. I told you people, first service is actually meant for my teachings. But you guys have imported some of this second service stuff. Please, you may have to reverse it. Take out some of those activities in first service. Let them do it second service. So you people suggested it. I've experimented. It's not working. This first service is supposed to be pure teaching for those who come. Then those who like activity can come second service. Please. Because as it stands now for this second service now, I may not be doing much preaching. So the service that is mine now is first service. They are giving me 45 minutes. Please, let's go back to that first order. It works better for me. Let's go back. So we don't abuse the purpose of this service and make it look like second service. This service is not the same as second service. Okay? Please see, we'll take note of that. But you see this message, I'll finish it. Number 3, finally. Passion, bet, compelling resilience. Passion, bet, compelling resilience. I actually allowed us run the services so I can see that it's not working. Now, resilience refers to the ability to successfully adapt to stressors. That's what resilience does. The ability to successfully adapt to stressors, maintaining balance in the face of adversity. That's what resilience does. So stress will not be an excuse not to move on. In the midst of stress, in the midst of the struggle, you maintain balance. In the midst of in the face of adversity, you still maintain balance. And that's why a good visionary will learn what I call the art, A-R-T, of adjustment. That's one of the greatest skill any leader can learn, how to adjust. So Paul began to say, I have learned how to abase and how to abound. Everybody say adjustment. Some people don't know how to adjust. They had it rosy 6 months ago. Life now happens 6 months after. They still want to live in the glory of the past experience and jeopardize the hope of the present. Sorry, the reality of the present and the hope of the future. In the pursuit of vision, you must learn the art of adjustment. You must learn to cut down some things. No, I need to put up appearances. I need to package. People must not know. I must not look like what I am going through. Motivational speaker. Motivational speaker. You will run into trouble. See, I don't have to look pitiable. I'm not saying you should look pitiable. I don't have to look hazard because things are not the same way. Okay, good. I agree with you. But must you put yourself under unnecessary stress because you want to keep up appearances? There's nothing that is damaging as fake life. You want people to know you are still there. So you want to let them know I'm still that rocky apostle success. Rocky apostle. I'm teaching you good. You may not like it. Resilience, ability to adapt to stressors successfully. Let me show you something. And I'll close with this. It's powerful. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 24. 2 Corinthians 11:24. Because of time, I'll just start from 24. Of the Jews, 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. 39 lashes. 5 times. Jesus was flogged 39 times once. Paul was flogged 39 times 5 times. Next verse. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. When they stoned him, he died. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I've been in the deep. Next verse. In journeys often, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers. And he said, why should they steal my phone? I used to pay tithe to, I used to give offering. I'm serving God. And they stole my phone. How could God allow them? Robbers attack him. Did you serve God up to Paul? Paul served God to the extent he refused to marry. You have wife and children. It's your phone they took. And heaven is under threat. In Paris by my own countrymen. In Paris by the hidden. In Paris in the city. In Paris in the wilderness. In Paris in the sea. In Paris among false brethren. Next verse. In weariness and painfulness. In watchings often. In hunger and thirst. In fastings often. In cold and nakedness. Yet, 2 Timothy chapter 4, I have fought the fight. I have finished the course. Regardless, passion, bet in him, compelling resilience to go through this experience, to have the testimony of 2 Timothy. Passion gives you resilience. Regardless of oppositions, adversity, you still forge on. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, resilience will not make me die. Rise up on your feet.